That is so cool. You know, we've been doing segments about Plantation shutters for a while now. I've never seen something like this. These tiny little shutters, perfect. You can see who's outside the door, and you can have complete privacy if you want. What a great idea. So Plantation shutters, small, big windows, doors. We are in a beautiful home located in Livermore, brand new home. And what they added to an already beautiful architectural style was these Plantation shutters. And look what it does to the home. It adds an architectural element, adds all of these beautiful lines, and yet it opens up the whole room. And you can do that for the windows. These, for example, you've got French doors, swing out with the shutters. This is the sort of thing that you really couldn't possibly do with the curtains or with blinds. And something like this upgrades an older house as well, because it gives it this clean, modern look that is really quite beautiful. I'm pretty well sold on these Plantation shutters. They were actually invented way back 19th century in the Southeast, where it would get hot in the summer, cold in the winter. And what they do is they provide insulation. So that was the first use for it, terrific insulation. But then what they discovered is that they also add light to a room. And of course, they've got all this elegance. So as you can see in this home, they've used this style in many different ways to add the extra light. Now, obviously, the insulation makes a big difference, too. It's sort of a multi-purpose function. And nobody can speak better to that than the president of Bay Home and Window Factory Direct Shutter Source. Can I get a round of applause, please, for Jeff Falcon? Thank you very much.
Yes.
Nice to have you here with us.
Crew.
Yeah, yes, that's right, they are. A place like this, they could have done blinds, they could have done curtains. So what's the difference?
Well, shutters do three things in a home that most window coverings just simply can't do. Number one, architecturally, it opens up a room like nothing else really can by adding sculpture and light to the room. Number two, they add a lot of insulation, and I think the reason that people really like them is that they're just stunning. They're beautiful,
and they're flexible. And by the way, they're fun to play with too. I might add. I love that little installation at the front door.
It's nice to be able to close it off when you want to.
I've never seen anything like that before. Very cool. If people are interested in something like this, what do they need to know about Plantation shutters?
Well, I think the most important things that people need to understand about shutters is, number one, they come in different material types, and understanding which type is best for them is very, very important. Number two, even the different material types come in different construction grade levels and quality, and having a customer understand what those differences are and what they mean in their environment is critical, I think.
The other thing is having a salesman and an installer and a company that understands what the options are and what works best for any given environment.
Absolutely.
Now, obviously, you've got a lot of different kinds of windows that you can deal with. It's not just the nice, handy rectangles. Let's take a look at some of them.
Well, we can do any shape, any size window. Arch windows are absolutely stunning with shutters.
Look at that. Gorgeous.
It makes a big difference. Bathrooms can be done. Almost any kind of a room, any shape, even doors and patio.
And they don't have to be white, right?
No, and they come in stained, they come in all kinds of different shapes, so they can be used in absolutely any circumstance.
And of course, one of the best applications is doors, because that's a case where really blinds are
blinds don't work well indoors.
Yeah, ugly.
No.
And curtains don't work well. So come on over here. This is just a good little example.
Well, this is an example of a French door. And what's nice about shutters over any other type of window covering is that when you use a Plantation shutter on a French door, it becomes part of the door. It architecturally keeps the look that was designed to be in the house.
Yeah. And, of course, you also get that extra added element. When you're ready to have some privacy, you get this. So many different kinds of doors that you deal with, right?
Yeah, well, French doors are very, very popular, but so are sliding glass doors. And it's hard to find a window covering that works really well on sliding glass doors. So in a French door situation, not only does it become part of the door, but it doesn't slam around like other types of window coverings.
This is me dancing with one of their customers. It was a pretty good dance we had there. and that would be a bypass door for
yes, and a triple door. If you have any kind of architecture in the door, works very, very well.
So you get to exercise a fair bit of creativity when you're designing these. These are especially wider than most doors that I think of.
Well, this is a typical 8-foot door, and more homes have 8-foot, even wider type of doors. And, you know, the vertical blinds that get all messed up and difficult to control just don't work well on these types of doors. But shutters actually become part of the door.
Yeah.
They allow you so many different moods, and they work so simply by closing the louvers. You can shut everybody out. When you want to open it all the way up, you simply do this, and it works very nicely, doesn't it?
Wow. So you can clear out a large space and get a good look.
You can indeed, yes.
And then it's easy enough to just slide it back in like so.
Right, and there are other ways you can do a door. This is a sliding system, but there are folding systems that have all the panels fold completely off the door on a track system as well.